What's going on social media fam? Once again, coming at you is the Keep in Mind show. I'm Cool Mood. This the homie G. What's good? What's good?
What's going on social media?
Yeah, I see he popping a big one over here, man.
All the time.
We finna get into a pretty interesting subject, which is gonna be in the streets and in love. And those of y'all who've been in the streets before or still in the street, y'all gonna be able to relate to this. Me and him both been through this before. And being in the streets and in love is a little different from just being in love, like normal relationships. Because being in the streets and being in love is already itself a sort of entanglement. You know what I'm saying? You got a cat out here that's hustling, trapping, robbing, or whatever type of criminal endeavor,
Whatever you doing.
And you might have, usually, it's going to be probably the dude doing most of the dirt, if not all the dirt. But sometimes you have two factions that are in the street, the woman and the man. But I know in my case, of course, in my past, it's been trapping. And being in the streets and in love, truly in love, it ain't that simple because, the female is, want to spend quality time. You out here trying to get money. I know you've been through it. What's your take on it?
Ooh, bro, gonna get touchy. Hey man, look, you know what I mean? It's a hard thing because the simple fact is, you're trying to really invest time into this relationship, but on the other hand, you're trying to protect your investment.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's two things that kind of conflict with each other. So, it's kind of like, it's a hard thing to navigate, but you can navigate through it. You know what I mean? You can navigate through it.
I know some of the issues I had back in the days is when you trying to go throughout the day and make your runs and stuff like that. And women, they act like they understand,
but they don't.
But they really don't.
They don't understand.
And then you trying to do this and do that, and
they saying that you doing this and that when you really doing this and that.
Exactly.
Basically,
And then everybody know that most cats that get money out here are gonna have numerous phones. You're gonna have two. Some even got three. Some got throwaway phones. Like boom, boom. So, they want to look at all the phones and this and that. And I understood, that it's not easy dealing with somebody that's in the streets. You know
what, though? Most real shit, bro. We could flip this to another blog, but at the same time, hey, man, look, I'm going to say this. This shit going to get a lot of criticism. Y'all insecure women. Y'all ones that insecure. Y'all do not need to deal with a nigga of that caliber. Because of the simple fact is this, hey, no matter what he doing something with another, but you ain't even understanding the mind of a guy that's really out there like that. He's not necessarily studying the next piece of cat he getting. He's studying the next lick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think he out here studying this, that, and the third. He ain't studying that. He's studying the next lick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That goes whether it's the next this or that. We don't get into that. But he's not necessarily studying. You know what I mean? The next little pretty young thing walking by him. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, if he's seasoned and he's a hustler, he don't have this, that, and the third. So that's not
that really, don't really entertain him.
That don't entertain him.
And then you got different type of cats that's in the street. What we've been talking about up until this point been more about cats that's kind of trapping and hustling. You got cats that's doing other things like whatever they doing, robbing, this, that, whatever. It could be any criminal endeavor. Yeah. It might be a little different with them.
He just out there.
They may be
just out
doing their thing, but I mean, this is the thing that women, when y'all choose somebody that's out there in a certain type of life, I mean, you saying to yourself, deep down, I probably can change them, and you may not be able to, for better or worse or whatever. Like, you know, but what I recommend is to two individuals, that's one in the streets and in love, or both in the streets. You got to understand that when you in this type of relationship, it's things that come with it that are gonna take away from what would be normal in a otherwise kind of normal type relationship. So you can't really change the streets. You can't. I mean, you can kind of deal with what the streets bring.
Women, y'all kind of, you know what I mean, when y'all say y'all could change them. Hey man, truth being told, man, hey man, if it's in them, it's in them. You can't change them.
That person has to want to change on their own.
You can't change them. You could redirect that energy, but you can't change.
Yeah.
Which means like, hey, truth being told, I don't been there, and I don't been here, and I don't fell in love into someone that I love. She didn't change me. She just redirected my energy.
Exactly.
She didn't change me at all. You know what I mean? But she redirected that same energy I put in that illegal shit into some legal shit.
Yeah. And and let it be understood that every street dude that's solid, well, I ain't gonna say every, because you got some street cats that's solid and they wanna do this and do that. But most cats that's solid in the street, they kind of got a business mindset, and they're gonna handle their business. And if they do fall in love, they're gonna make sure that it's ample time, quality time anyway, and without the prodding and poking from the other significant other. So,
and then this is another thing too. You know what I mean? Chicks, you know what I mean? Hey man, you in love with a dude that's in the street? Hey man, you kind of gotta understand there's levels to this shit now. There's levels. If you in love with the goddamn with the nigga that nickel and dime, and of course he'll never have time for you. And I don't mean to be hating on. I ain't trying to put that in that perspective, but I'm saying that, hey man, he always on the grind. He trying to get to the next level. And sometimes women, the women that he love, you are the motivation for him trying to get to the next level.
Yeah.
You are the motivation. You know what I mean? We could say all this, that, and the third, but hey man, at the end of the day, women, y'all are the motivation. You can say this, that, and the third, but y'all are.
Yeah.
But
it can work.
You know what I mean? But so you got to understand that, hey man, he might not have all this time and all this energy to get you, because he's trying to get to the next level to take care of you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? No, it's just a lot of things with the thing about in a relationship and people falling in love and whatever. You know what I mean? Love is a beautiful thing, but hey man, you got to understand every part of the shit. You know what I mean? It's not just as simple as everyone thinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you got cases where both are kind of on the go all the time, and that can work too. You just
everybody got to understand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Both people are go getters. You find the time to vacate. Travel. Yeah. But you can be in love with two people in the streets, both in the streets, or one's in the streets. Like I said, we just recommend you got to have an open mind.
Yeah, you got to have an open mind.
Some of the stuff
open and understanding mind.
Exactly.
You got to have that. You got to have an understanding mind. What it was? Oh, look, Shawty got them talking about, hey man, she what it was, B Simone or something.
Who?
B Simone, when she was talking about, goddamn, hey man, she rather, you know what I mean? She always on the ground, so she don't want a 9-to-5 nigga.
Yeah, I mean, some chicks want somebody on the go, I guess,
You feel me? Because, you know what I mean, that lifestyle runs hand in hand with her lifestyle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So she won't have to worry about somebody complaining because she...
Exactly, because she out here doing this, that, and the third. Oh, shit, I'm in motherfucking Cali. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he'd be like, oh, I'm in
Yeah,
I'm over here in
I
DC,
just got off work in goddamn Oregon.
Yeah.
You feel me? The simple thing because hey man, that hustle mentality. Hey, I'm anywhere at any given time.
They both understood.
You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, Sean, I gotta take a flight to Cali right now.
Yeah.
What's up?
Me
You know
personally,
what
I wouldn't complain, even though I'm kind of out of that loop. If a woman was on the go, like an Instagram or public figure or whatever, and she chose me, I mean, she getting money, she just getting money. It is what it is. I ain't gonna be complaining about that. If the relationship don't work, beside otherwise or some of me not complaining about that, that's just what's gonna happen. But it be what it is, man. You know, we just want to speak on that, our opinions on it. You know, comment about it. If you in the streets or somebody else in the streets and in love, you know,
hey man, you know,
what's your take on it? But
being in the streets of love, it's crazy because of this right here. Because like, hey fellas, y'all in the street, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things we could touch on this subject. If you in the street and you fall in love with whoever, you know what I mean, you always, you know what I mean, you got to understand, you know what I mean, in the back of your mind, you know what I mean, because you in the street, you got to understand, you got to take everything that comes with the street.
yeah,
Which means this right here tomorrow, you could take a 10-year bid, but you in love.
and she got to understand that too. So
She got to understand. You also got to understand this right here. If you love her, we can touch on many subjects.
yeah, you need to figure out how to get out the streets.
You need to figure out how to get the fuck
Let
out
her,
the streets. You feel me? You need to figure that shit out. If you want to love someone and build a family, you got to goddamn, hey, bro, you got to goddamn map you out a plan to get about that shit.
Especially if you chose somebody that can help get you out, let her help.
Because of the simple fact, you know what I mean? You in the street and you in love, you take 10 years, just like we just said in the last video, hey, you going to be scratching your head and bumping your head against the wall and the sand because, hey, you love her, but at the same time, bro, you got 10, 20 years. What you expect her to be Superwoman? You expecting too much out of her. Ain't no woman in the world for goddamn 10, 20 years and that coochie not be touched. Come on. Bro, you being unrealistic, homie. You know what I mean? You're not being realistic, but you in love. Hey, when you start to goddamn get those type of emotions like you in love or whatever, hey man, hey, it's time for you to goddamn navigate your way out the streets.
Exactly.
Straight up, you know what I mean? But those ones that are knee deep in the streets and you in love, hey, you know, I understand. I don't been there. But hey, home, you got the, you know, it's a, you could be in the streets and in love. But this is the thing, the outcome of the shit, the bottom line of the shit, might not be goddamn what your heart needs, bro.
Yeah. Got to tread carefully, you know what I'm saying, when you dealing with the streets and love at the same time. But hey, like I said, if anybody got any comments or anything they want to bring in on this, we've been through it. We know there's others going through it right now. And we just spoke on it. Just want to hit you with it top of the head right fast. But once again, it's a Keep in Mind show. This is Cool Move with People G. Wish everybody good health and wellness, peace and prosperity. No matter where you're at in the world, we got love for you all if you're keeping it real. And we finna get up out of here and have a good day, good night, good afternoon, and we out.